5 pounds, and they told me they wanted me at 225, 230. I said there's no way. So looking at the pictures, it is kind of funny. It's different and it's kind of weird, but yeah, I would definitely say a different guy.
Have you been home and been around high school friends and they've looked at you and said, wow, what happened?
Yeah, plenty of them.
Really?
Tons of people.
Yeah, impressed, so, I take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are, for some reason everyone wants to comment on how much thicker my neck's gotten. I don't know. I mean, I guess I look at it every day, so I didn't really notice it, but apparently that's the big difference. I don't know.
Yeah. And did with it come confidence to do what's expected of you in that role? Was it just a naturally born confidence, or has it been a learned confidence?
Yeah, I think a lot of confidence came from putting on weight. I worked really hard in the summertime, especially just on blocking technique, and I think getting better at the technique and putting the weight on, the combination of those two really helped me in as far as confidence down in the trenches and having to, eat with a tackle and cut off on different blocks and things like that. And I think that it does have a pretty big correlation with the confidence I had, at least rolling into camp.
My guess is that your knowledge of the playbook or the offense is probably pretty acute, but it's how you fit in it and how you operate in it that's still a work in progress. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how far do you think you are then from where you are now and to where you feel you need to be? Is there a way to quantify it?
I mean, I would say it's hard. It's hard to say. My goal, my objective is really just to, try to gain as much experience and as much knowledge as I can before I hit the field. And so far, I feel like I've done that. I feel like my knowledge of the offense, is shot out the roof as far as where it was last year. And I think a lot of confidence comes with that too.
Sure, absolutely.
Talk about Coach Pearman stressing you guys out there on the practice field, and how does he do that to make the game slow down for you?
Coach Pearman really is a very vocal guy. He's not scared to yell at you. Not scared to tell you what you did wrong. And so just as far as that goes, I guess really a combination of the two. I feel like everybody, all the tight ends know, Coach Pearman loves us more than anybody, in Clemson. But he will coach you very hard. And I think that coaching tactic really helps in the game, just because once you get in the game, he always tells us on game day, he said, hey, I'm gonna coach you hard during practice. I'm gonna be yelling at you, but on game day, I'm gonna be your biggest fan. And once game day rolls around, with kind of having him there by our side, you're kind of like, man, all right, we're all together, we can do this, So I think I think his coaching technique really helps us. I would say mentally a lot once game day rolls around.
Have you taken time to process coming here as a wide receiver, being behind Brandon Ford, being behind Dwayne Allen, being behind, Sam Cooper, to now you might be the guy under the bright lights against Georgia on national TV, at that whole process?
I guess I never really thought about the whole process of it. I've just thought about, when I came to Clemson, my objective was to work as hard as I could and contribute to the team however I can, and, hopefully after doing all that, I'll be able to get on the field, and so far it's it's starting to come together, and really I'm just trying to better my game the best I can, and try to help the university win some games.
Where is your I'm sorry, go ahead.
You put on the weight for this summer. How is that translated to just blocking and being physical on the practice field? Are you seeing a real connection with all that?
Yeah, you can definitely tell a difference. Especially if you're kicking out on in or wrapping on a counter or anything like that. I guess last year I was fluctuating between 210 pounds, 208 pounds or so. You can tell people can just kind of grab you and start moving you. And once you've gotten a little heavier, you can, once you start, stepping in there and using really some decent technique, you can really tell a big difference as far as, once they get your hands on you and you get your hands on them, they're not necessarily moving you around so much anymore. And it has helped tremendously in my opinion.
So you're what, in the 230s right now?
About 230.
Yeah.
Are you able to set the edge on those big defensive ends, Vic and Corey and some of those guys?
You're always going to win some, you're always going to lose some. But so far felt very confident in what I've been able to accomplish this camp. So I'm pleased and I'm not going to say content with where I'm at, but I'm happy with where I'm at and excited at where hopefully I'll be going. So.